Wizards Broadcast Network on the KCAC Network. Want to say thank you to everybody tuning in as we get ready for Wizards basketball. As the Wizards host the Oklahoma Kings out of Oklahoma City, Tulsa, and a couple of other cities as they get ready for the starting lineups. Do apologize for the late start to the game. Oklahoma will start with this fivesome. Mike Lawson, Jerome Mason, Chris Alexander, Garrick Smith, and Noah Brown, who will take the opening tip. For the Wichita Wizards, it'll be at one guard spot, Poppy Conley, June Murdoch, forward Bryant Mockabee, Darren Lee, and Darius Roy. So a three-guard lineup here for Johnny Murdoch's club. Both teams coming off victories yesterday night as the Central Kansas Twisters hosted Oklahoma, and the Kings knocked them off 118 to 110. The Wichita Wizards improved to 6-0 in a 130-116 victory over Fort Riley yesterday, as the Fort Riley Big Red 1 kept pulling within about 4 or 5 points down the stretch. But the Wizards were just too strong. Their transition defense was outstanding, and they were able to walk out with the victory. So here we go, the opening tip. The Wizards wearing their traditional blue uniforms. Both teams actually have blue uniforms here this afternoon, so this will be interesting to see how they're able to make out with the way that each of their jerseys are. The Oklahoma Kings are wearing a blue uniform with white and yellow stripes. The Wizards, a blue uniform with black and white trim. And the referees are going to talk about it, I think, to see whether or not one of the two teams is going to have to wear a different color. As they are communicating, and we'll see if this becomes an issue. All right, here we go. It'll be Noah Brown and Darren Lee with the opening tip, and the tip is won by the Wizards and taken by Darius Roy. Drives into the lane. That ball was tipped out of bounds by Jerome Mason, and so the Wizards will keep the basketball. It'll be Poppy Conley to inbounds to our right. Able to get that to Mockabee. Top of the key. Murdoch into the lane, and he's able to feed that to Darren Lee, and he gets the first points of the game. It's 2-0 Wizards. Into the front court is Mike Lawson. He's on the far sideline, and apparently he had his heel touch the sideline, and that's a turnover by Oklahoma. So Darius Roy into the front court. Conley, Mockabee near side, drives into the lane, leaves it for Darren Lee. Back to the basket, up top to Mockabee, little switch. They try and double the ball. Lee into the lane, got his own rebound and knocks it home. Darren Lee with a quick start. He's got the first 4 points of the game. And a foul is assessed to Garrick Smith, his first personal. So it's the and one. That is unsuccessful from Darren Lee. Wichita's up 4-0 early on. Into the front court is Chris Alexander. Mason, little give and go. Alexander across the baseline from the near corner, and he drives up with a right-hand runner. And Alexander makes it 4-2. June Murdoch was absent in the game yesterday. Gives it over to Mockabee in the left corner, and that was off the backboard, kind of off that side of the backboard, and no good. So the Kings get the rebound. Driving down into the lane with a right-handed runner, no good. There from Mike Lawson, but the rebound is put in. There by Garrick Smith, he's got 2. And we're tied at 4 apiece. Darius Roy. Smith guarding him into the corner. Mockabee, 3, no good off the back rim. Picked up and driven into the front court by Mike Lawson. Work that to the far side of the floor for Will Starr. He'll drive to the lane. Rebound is loose. And sliding here to the near side. Conley gets to a loose ball. And now this is Darren Lee all the way down to the left-handed jam. Darren Lee. He's got 6 points. Lawson again into the front court. Noah Brown here for the Kings. 6-4 Wizards. 9:56 to go here in the first quarter of play at Friends University. And we're going to get a whistle here. Not sure what the call is. It was away from the basketball. Officials timeout. There was a warning. So Oklahoma will inbounds once again. Mason near side. That pull-up three didn't go from Garrick Smith. June Murdoch with the basketball. Near side, Conley, three, right corner. Not going to be able to get to a loose ball, and that was in and out. Knocked out of his hands. Smith the other way. Jerome Mason threw it off the knee of Poppy Conley, and that's out of bounds, but back to the Oklahoma Kings. Mason, near side for Lawson. They switch. Mockbee guarding. Little shimmy to his left at the left elbow. Tries to throw it into the far corner for Noah Brown. And that jump shot from about 10 feet didn't fall. Back into the front court here is Darius Roy. Roy's pass from behind his back hit the sideline out of bounds. Another turnover here by the Wizards. So it's 6-4, Wizards with the lead. Into the front court, Lawson. Garrick Smith, far side, driving across the baseline. Lawson three, left corner, at the left wing. Smith gets to a loose ball. Darren Lee battling, couldn't get that rebound. Another put-up didn't go in, and that goes off of Garrick Smith and out of bounds. So Wichita will get the ball back, and got a travel here. Some unforced errors so far early in the game for both teams. And that will bring Terrence Moore in for the first time. And Darren Lee will take a seat. Noah Brown will bring it into the front court between the circles. Guarded by Moore, drives to his right. Here's a long three ball. And that is good from Chris Alexander. That was from the NAIA logo on the far side of the court. There's a three for Wichita from Murdoch. That didn't fall. He gets to a loose ball. And now Darius Roy will trigger one. That was too strong for the left corner. And we got a jump ball here as Terrence Moore was able to tie up Noah Brown. 6 points for the Wizards. The Wizards down 7-6 here in the first quarter. So Terrence Moore and Brown jump. Brown able to win that battle. Gets it over to Mike Lawson. Stolen by Poppy Conley. Bounce pass up ahead. And now Moore to the lane with a left-handed layup. And he gets it off the glass, and it's good. Good defense there for Wichita in transition, and they were able to move it quickly up the floor. So it's 8-7 Wizards as the Kings have the basketball. Here's a three from Smith, near side wing, and that was too strong. Picked up by Roy. Quick pass to Murdoch. Able to switch it to his left hand, but that was off the top of the glass, hit the side of the rim, no good. Back into the front court again. With the basketball now is Alexander. Trying to get that into the post. Mike Lawson against Conley. Tries to work underneath the basket. And that was whacked away by Conley, and that goes off of a knee, and the ball will stay with Oklahoma. 7:12 to go in the first quarter. 8-7 Wizards on top. The ball went underneath the stand, so they had to go fish it out. And coming out of the game will be Garrick Smith. In for him is Tico Pryor. Lawson out top. Right-handed runner, and that floater is good from Alexander. Alexander's got 3 of the 4 baskets so far for the Kings. Poppy Conley into the front court. Mockabee works into the lane. Got knocked down and he turned it over. 2-on-1 the other way. Trying to get back there is Terrence Moore. And we're going to hit a push here on Murdoch, and the basket is good. So June Murdoch's first. And the and a 1 for Mike Lawson. Makes it 9-8 Kings. Stefan Ayangma will come into the game. No basket on the play. So it's still 9-8. Ball is inbounded. Carried by Lawson. Goes off of Lawson's foot as he was trying to drive into the lane. And the ball back over here to the Wizards. Moore catches in the front court. Here to the near side for Conley. Almost mishandled that. He'll pull up from inside the three-point arc. Loose ball is tipped back to him. He'll trigger another one, and that is too short. Gets to his own rebound. Now out top for Murdoch. He'll trigger one from deep at the top of the key, and that again is no good. The Wizards struggling a little bit to shoot the basketball to open this game. 6:19 to go in the first quarter. 9-8. Kings lead the Wizards. This is Tico Pryor. Little hesitation move. Lost it at the right elbow, but it is picked up by Brown. Guarded by Roy. Able to work that across. Alexander, 3 on the shot clock, and that one was way short. Rebound was picked up by Anagma. Roy into the front court. Down the far sideline. Works across. He's at the free throw line. Gets that over into the post. And now it's Murdoch from the far wing, and he drills that one. June Murdoch, his first bucket, makes it 11-9. 5:34 to go here in the first quarter. Pryor back to the basket. Now he's almost in a triple team. Gets it across. Alexander drives. Underneath the basket, Lawson off the glass, no good. Punched up in the air. Tip back at the top of the key. And now triggering one deep. And that was no good from Jerome Mason rather. Wichita gets the rebound. Murdoch trying to drive into the lane, and he got his arm chopped on, and that will result in a foul. So the foul to Alexander, his first personal foul. We get immediate timeout. 5 minutes, 8 seconds to go in the first quarter. Wichita's got the basketball, and they lead up 11-9. Welcome back here to the Garvey Center on the campus of Friends University. Got a pretty fun entertainment going on. That is our contestant. He's the GM of the Wichita Thunder, Joel Lamurdo, and he can't fit the shoes on his feet. So if you're watching on the KZAC network and he drills one from the free throw line, now he's got to make a three-pointer. Apparently he's a southpaw. And that one is an air ball. But again, he does not have the shoes on his feet. That is funny stuff. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, goodness. So the Wizards are up 11-9 with 5 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the first quarter.
As play resumes at the line for the Wizards, June Murdoch.
June Murdoch is at the charity stripe. And he'll put up his first free throw attempt. That one is up and good. Makes it 12-9 Wizards. June Murdoch again. That one is good. So he's got 5 points. Murdoch, of course, the son of Johnny Murdoch, the head coach of the Wizards. Noah Brown crosses with Alexander, works back to the far baseline, and a foul is going to be called as Alexander got shoved to the floor. So Anangma with the foul. And they will inbounds. That rebound is grabbed there emphatically by Anangma. And now it's DJ Jones into the game at the left wing. Free throw line extended. That floater down the lane from Murdoch. And Murdoch able to get his second field goal to make it 15-9. Here's Tico Pryor in a double team. Stolen. Murdoch now driving up the floor all the way to the lane. He gets hammered down, and he missed that layup from behind. No foul. Rebound picked up by Levi Lum into the game for the first time. Pryor at the left elbow. Terrence Moore with that block. Quick pass ahead. It's a 3-on-1 break. And that was intercepted as Murdoch couldn't get that over to Darius Roy. And now a 3 from Mike Lawson didn't go. Back into the front court. Here's Roy. Up at the left-handed runner. That is good from Darius Roy. And Oklahoma will call a full timeout. Got to wonder if Murdoch got hurt on that play as he got hammered to the floor on the layup. So we'll step aside. Keep it right here. Well, so we come out of the media timeout. The Wizards are up 17-9. They were down 9-8 at the last media timeout.
If you eat beef in Kansas, there's no doubt you've tasted the tender and juicy beef from Cargill.
And so they've gone on a. This is the communications math for me. They've gone on a 9-0 run since that last media timeout. The Wizards inbounds, or the Kings rather inbound, as Lawson will carry into the front court. Right-handed dribble, picked it up, and now he tries to dish it across, and that was kicked by the foot of Curtis Profit. And we'll get another inbounds play with 3:36 to go in the quarter. Carrying at the timeline, Lawson across to Lum. Mike Lawson down to Garrick Smith. He'll trigger for the right wing. It was up over Terrence Moore in almost a shot clock violation, but the Wizards get to a rebound. Here's a Nagme. He almost traveled. Couldn't get that to fall. Moore picked up the loose ball, and he puts it home. So Terrence Moore's got his second bucket, makes it 19-9. Dribbling into the front court is Chris Alexander. Now between the circles, Brown top of the key, facing with the back to the basket. Gives it over to Alexander Moore, and he whacked that out of bounds.
You didn't see that fucking hand checking and shit?
19-9 Wizards. Inbound to Noah Brown, guarded by Terrence Moore. Brown left wing, works back near side. He threw up a three, and that prayer didn't go. And a shot clock violation. Well, we get a foul on Terrence Moore. I thought that was a shot clock violation. Apparently not the case. So Noah Brown with 3 shots. Terrence Moore, I don't believe, saw where the foul came from. And so the Wizards will get their first try from the free throw line. Moore is trying to get an explanation from the referee, but Noah Brown will have his first opportunities from the stripe, and he makes the first. That's his first point of the game, makes it 19-10. Second one up and good. 19-11 Wizards. And the last one of the 3 is up and good again. 2:40 remaining here in the first. Moore, 3-ball, right corner, good. Terrence Moore. He's got 7 points. Makes it 22-12. Noah Brown almost stumbled there, and he lost his balance, fell down near the baseline underneath the Wizards hoop, and that's a turnover. So the Wizards will inbound here with 2:25 to go in the first quarter, up 10. 22-12 in favor of Wichita. Curtis Profit between the rings, works to his right, gives it up to Darren Lee. Bounce pass to Anagma. He'll drive into the lane. Floater, good. Steph Anagma. Mike Lawson, his first personal. Steph Ayangma with the and one to make it 25-12, but he missed it. And the putback no good. As Wichita was able to get to the rebound. So the Wizards are 2 for 4 from the line. Profit, a quick pass up ahead that goes off the hand of Anagma, no good. And it's out of bounds. So back over to the Kings with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. 24-12 Wichita with the lead. Pryor between the rings, intercepted briefly there by Lee. Terrence Moore trying to get that from Mike Lawson, who had that between his legs, and it goes off of Terrence Moore's arm and out of bounds. So back to the Kings. This is inbounded out to Levi Lum. He'll pop a 3, and that is true. Right through, no rim. Levi Lum makes it 24-15. Terrence Moore looking for a little ball pick down the right lane. Gives that up to DJ Jones, and DJ Jones, his first 2 from 10 feet. Quick answer the other way, but Terrence Moore able to steal that. Darren Lee was looking for some help. Gets that to Curtis Profit. He'll trigger a 3, right wing, in and out. Put back no good from Anagma. Rebound to Pryor. Back up ahead. In transition. Alexander can't get it to go. Lawson with a rebound, and he is true. And he makes it 26-17. Darren Lee again into the front court. DJ Jones didn't see the back pressure coming, and it's stolen. The other way here is lost it all the way down the lane. Left-handed runner, no good. DJ Jones down to the floor. Rebound came free. It's picked up. Lawson, and a bank shot is good from Mike Lawson. Falling away as he was with a man in his face, somehow got that to go. So under a minute to go here in this first quarter. Darren Lee to Moore. Curtis Profit wanted to take the 3 ball, decided not to. And we get a foul call. And that's going to go against Levi Lum. Fourth personal foul on Oklahoma. 27.9 to go in the first. And that putback didn't go. Darren Lee got his own rebound. And Darren Lee's got 8. Makes it 28-19. Terrence Moore with a steal. Curtis Profit into the front court. And now they'll try and slow things down, as there is no different shot to game clock. They'll try and ISO for the last shot of the quarter. Profit picked his dribble up. Into the lane, Darren Lee. And his second opportunity is blocked there from Levi Lum. And that will result in the end of the quarter. The Wizards will take a 28-19 lead after one. We'll be back after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Lady Wizards. Ladies and gentlemen, your Lady Wizards. Performing Arts Center on Facebook to learn more.
Well, welcome back here to the Garvey Center on the campus of Friends University, as the Wichita Wizards will take a 28-19 lead into the second quarter. And out of the end of quarter media timeout, back into the game, Mockabee, Murdoch, Conley, Roy.
Entering the Oklahoma lineup, Will Starr.
And Darren Lee will stay on the floor for the Wizards. Oklahoma will Starr on the floor with Pryor, Brown, Mason. As Mason has it at the top of the key, Noah Brown faced up, guarded by Darren Lee. He'll drop it off there to Alexander. Little switch there by the Wizards defense. Playing a little bit more of a zone here, and there's a missed shot. Rebound to Mockabee. Into the front court for Roy, guarded by Brown. Work down into the lane, stops, pops, and he drops that one. Darius Roy with 4. 30-19 Wizards. Tico Pryor, Mason back to the basket. Now he faces up at the right elbow from behind. Conley with a steal. Darren Lee, runner, up the floor, and he hammers a two-hand slam. Darren Lee with 10. 32-19 Wichita. And now a foul call here, and that's on Darren Lee as he a little bit too close into the back of Noah Brown. He was trying to guard him at the right elbow. So Will Starr will inbounds. Gets it over to Alexander Mockabee with a steal, and they had his pocket picked. Starr kept the ball alive, got that to Brown. That put back didn't go. Poppy Conley from Murdoch. Roy, right wing, behind the back. Here's Mockabee, 3, right wing. Too strong, off the side of the rim. Wichita's able to get the rebound. Here's Darius Roy with an opportunity, and somehow he got that one to go. As he was facing the baseline, worked back to his right, and kind of almost a hook shot. And now Alexander act the other way. Poppy Conley right to the hoop. And Conley gets his first 2 of the game, makes it 34-21. Wichita missed a shot. Tico Pryor into the front court, almost lost his dribble. Over to Will Starr, guarded by Darius Roy. And now he's going to be whistled for a traveling violation. 34-21 Wichita, 9:56 to go. Here in the second quarter. Poppy Conley over the timeline. Little switch with Roy. Finds Maccabee. They weave at the top of the key. Murdoch into the lane. Turnaround jumper at the right elbow, no good. Kings get the ball back. Wichita again in this matchup zone and trying to drive into the lane is Pryor. That was whacked out of his hands by Murdoch, and that did not go. Out of bounds. And the ball is back over to the Kings, but Wichita is able to intercept the inbounds pass. Poppy Conley. Far side. Murdoch with a 3 for the right wing. Free throw line extended to his right. June Murdoch, his second 3 of the game. And another turnover here by the Kings. Roy into the lane. That floater with the right hand, and that is good. Darius Roy wanted a foul. He's got 8 points. .8:57 to go in the second quarter. 39-21 Wizards. As the Wizards, I'm on the air. So we have a media timeout, 39-21 in favor of the Wizards. 8:57 to go in the second quarter. So far leading the way for each team is Darren Lee. He's got 10. Roy with 8. Murdoch's got 8. Terrence Moore's got 7. For the Kings, Mike Lawson has 4. Chris Alexander's got 7. Pryor and Smith each have 2.
For all your marketing needs, contact Pod Print Services and tell them the Wizards sent you. Entering the Oklahoma lineup, Mike.
So we come out of the media timeout. The Wizards will keep the same 5 that they just had on the floor. Mike Lawson is in for the Oklahoma Kings. Ball inbounded here by Alexander. Gets that over to Jerome Mason. Almost near the timeline, almost caught in a double team. Now he works it back into the front court. Down to the far baseline. Alexander doubled. Able to get that over to Lawson. Lawson work back away from Conley. Finding Brown. Top of the key. Guarded by Roy. Works to his left. Mason will trigger a 3. And that one is good. Just before the shot clock expired, Darius Roy gets away. Finding a open Darren Lee near the baseline. He tried to go up in between a double team in the air. That was knocked out of his hands, but we do get a foul. It's against Tico Pryor, his first, and Darren Lee. We'll go to the charity stripe. That one is unsuccessful from Darren Lee. He's 0 for 2 from the line. And the southpaw will put up the second one. That was short. 0 for 3 right now. There for Lee. Here's an alley-oop back the other way in transition, and Lawson has got 6. Makes it 39-26. Now Darius Roy from the left corner, guarded by Brown. Little jab step, works back across the lane, and that floater is good from Roy. And he flexes. He's got 10, makes it 41-26. Here's Noah Brown. Brown, one-on-one against Conley, works to his left. Conley got a piece of that, altered the shot. Roy had the rebound briefly as it went off the heel of the rim. But the Kings get it back. They'll work it across to Alexander, gets Murdoch off his feet. Conley trying to defend there on Pryor, and Tico Pryor takes it right to the rim and scores. Now Darius Roy, a three ball. That didn't go. It's knocked out of bounds by Conley. And it's 41-28. Wizards with 7:16 to go here in the second quarter. Jerome Mason between the rings, guarded by Mockabee, intercepted by Roy. Darius Roy, alley-oop. Darren Lee hammers it home. Darren Lee with 12, alley-oop. And now here's Tico Pryor taking it to the rim and hammers a right-handed jam. 43-30. Darius Roy guarded by Brown. Into the corner. Near side, that three from Murdoch. And that one is good. His third three as he nails that triple to make it 46-30. These two teams right now are exchanging buckets, so not been able to get much separation for the Wizards. Every time the Kings have an answer, the Wizards are able to find some offense themselves. Looks like Inagma will come back into the basketball game. And Darren Lee will come out. 6:26 to go here in the second quarter. 46-30 Wizards. Mason with the inbounds. Long three. No good. That high rebound is tipped to Conley. And Agma will pick up the basketball on the far sideline. Waiting for some help. Drops it off to Roy. Darius, little shake in on Tico Pryor. Tries to drive at the free throw line. Takes it himself. That one didn't go. And now Tico Pryor, that pass intercepted. Mockabee in transition three, and he nails that one. His first bucket of the game for Brian Mockabee. Makes it 49-30. That was a terrific read there by Conley. And now Roy with a rebound off of a missed shot there from Pryor. Works through a triple team, stolen from behind. And then stepping on the baseline to our right was Mike Lawson. And we'll get an immediate timeout. It'll be Wizards basketball when we return. 49-30. Wizards on top, 5:34 to go in the second quarter. Welcome back here on the KCAC Network, Wichita Wizards basketball. 49-30. My name is Jason Mouse. Thanks for tuning in here this afternoon. Again, the Wizards are up by 19 points. 5:34 to go in the second quarter. And the Wizards will inbounds underneath the Kings hoop to our right, as you see it on the screen. It'll be Johnny Murdoch with the inbounds. Mockabee, DJ Jones, Anagma, and Roy, the five for Wichita. Lawson guarding the inbounds. Roy missed the putback on the inbounds. Anagma, and he couldn't get that one to fall. In transition the other way is Alexander. He kind of double clutched there, but that is put back by Garrick Smith. He's got 4 points. And he makes it 49-32. Darius Roy posting up, across the lane. Had that one blocked. It's down to the floor. Levi Lum. Timeout called by the Kings. And now some tension coming here as Levi Lum was on the floor and he didn't like what happened there from Anagma. And Wichita will separate Anagma and Levi Lum. So a full timeout is whistled there.
To book the Wizards for your nonprofit event, email wizards@gmail.com. The Lady Wizards
49-32. Wizards with the lead.
just like your favorite dancers at Beautified Salon and Boutique.
Want to say thank you to Fuzzy's Taco Shop. Fuzzy's Taco Shop with several locations across the Wichita area. Want to say thank you to Strickland Road Service. Give them a call at 800-427-0385. Also, Mulligan's Pub, 25th anniversary. Cargill, iCryo, Empire Performing Arts Center, Colonel's Popcorn Express, Key to Touch Massage Therapy. So they ball back over to the Wichita Kings.
Optimized to ensure the best possible outcome. Get back to what you love doing, pain-free with Evolve.
Noah Brown will inbounds. As Wichita will stay with that same 5. Lawson into the front court. And we have a issue with the clock, it appeared. Not sure. The shot clock needed to be reset. That's what the problem was. So Mike Lawson will inbound. Triggers that to Chris Alexander. Works into the front court with a right-handed dribble. Guarded by DJ Jones. And that's stolen away from Levi Lum. Darius Roy now. Middle of the floor. That 3 didn't go. Looked like that was close to a foul. No call. Maccabee, far corner, and he drills that one. My mistake from the far wing. Brian Maccabee, his 6th point of the game, 2nd bucket, makes it 52-32 and a 20-point advantage. And now it's Lawson all the way across the lane. That didn't go. Lawson was looking at the official, wanted a foul. Darius Roy has possession. Underhands that to DJ Jones. He'll drive. That was blocked by Lum. Back the other way, Alexander. Alexander across the lane. He got hacked on the arm, and that will fall. Alexander, his 4th field goal. And he makes it 52-34. With the and 1 coming. 4 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the second quarter. The Kings are 3 for 3 from the line so far in this game. Alexander will catch from the referee. A couple of bounces. And that one is perfect. 4 for 4, Oklahoma from the line. As the Wizards, June Murdoch will carry into the front court. Lost it on the far sideline. And that goes off of Jerome Mason and out of bounds. 52-35 Wizards. Under 4 to go in this second quarter. Murdoch almost doubled at the top of the key. He gets dropped. And the shot will not count. And I believe it's going against Mason.
Foul is on the Kings, Jerome Mason.
That's his first personal foul.
Awarded on the sideline to the Wizards.
So the Wizards have it. Roy with the inbounds. Gets it from Jones. Right-handed dribble in the far corner. Works into the lane. And he couldn't get that layup to go as that was knocked out of his hands. Alexander quickly back the other way. Up and under move, and that's put in. And that was Mason. Mason's got 5. DJ Jones. Murdoch guarded by Garrick Smith. Step back at the lane. Double clutching, that was Jones. 8 on the shot clock. Drives into the lane, and he had the ball held, and that'll be a jump ball. So a jump ball will be thrown up here with 3:14 to go in this second quarter. 52-37.
Jump ball between DJ Jones and Mike Lawson.
Lawson and Jones. Jones able to win that. Moore with the layup in the left hand. That's no good, off the glass. Terrence Moore knocks that out of bounds. So it's back over to the Kings. 52-37 Wichita. Noah Brown trying to drive down the right lane line. Drops it off to Alexander. Spins in the lane. Up over Roy. And got away with a foul, but Alexander gets that one to go. There's Darius Roy trying to drive into the lane. That was initially blocked. Rebound to Jones. Oklahoma referee or coaching staff is just irate right now with the officiating. DJ Jones knocked down Noah Brown for that loose ball. DJ Jones, his first personal. And the Kings will try and cut this lead, which was once 20. Noah Brown between the rings, guarded by Darren Lee, almost traveled. Gave it over to Alexander. He's in a double team. Mason in the left corner, good. Jerome Mason has cut the lead to 10. It's a 10-0 run right now here for the Kings. And here's a turnover. Garrick Smith intercepts. Alexander into the front court. He'll trigger another 3, and that is too short. Brown with a rebound. Out to Mason. That 3 off the front rim. No good. Rebound to Darren Lee. Quickly ahead. Lee down the lane and a right-handed jam. And he stops that drought for the Wizards. It's a 12-point advantage. It's under 2 to go in the first half. Mason another 3. That's in the right corner. Darren Lee with a rebound. Trying to get that to Terrence Moore. Looking over his shoulder. Quick bounce pass to Emilio Valentin. And Valentin all the way into the lane and scores. Valentin's first 2. 1:20 to go in this half. 56-42. Kings had a 10-0 run. Wichita scored the last 4 points. Another 3-ball Alexander. That's too short. Smith holds off his defender. Gets to a loose ball. Valentin collects it off the miss. And now here's DJ Jones. Across. Roy. 3-ball. Far side. And he drills that one. Darius Roy. Makes it 59-42 with under a minute to go in the half. Noah Brown. Far side. Lawson's 3 is short. Put back no good. Hammered off the glass. Collected by the Kings. Alexander to the rim, and he gets hacked on the arm. And that's Darren Lee. Second personal foul. And 4th personal of the quarter for the Wizards. That'll put Alexander at the line. He's 1 for 1 from the stripe. That one is too strong. 59-42 Wichita. 38 seconds to go in this second quarter of play. Alexander up. And that's too short. Terrence Moore able to track down the rebound. Brings it in front of the score table. Valentin trying to drive across the baseline. Missed the initial shot. Darren Lee has it, and it's grabbed out of his arms. And a jump ball. Darren Lee not happy with the call. Starts screaming. Jump ball called here with 25 seconds left.
Jump ball between Darren Lee.
So Pryor and Lee will jump this right here. Darren Lee tipped it right over to Mike Lawson. He'll come into the front court and miss that three. And now working away from traffic is Darius Roy. Trying to get that to Valentine. He tries to go up hard with the shot. That ball is knocked out of bounds. I thought it went off of Pryor, but they're going to give it back over to the Kings. Quick pass ahead to Levi Lum. He'll trigger a three, and he scores here and then starts fronting and taunting the Wizards bench. Makes it 59-35. A turnover at the buzzer, and that will not count. And Levi Lum, his second three ball, makes it 59-45 at halftime.
You got a rack on you? You got a rack on you, though?
And we'll go to the timeout here with 59-45 Wizards lead at halftime. We'll step aside. Come join us for the second half.
Ladies and gentlemen, for a very special halftime performance, please welcome Wizards Superfan Maggie.
Maggie.
Your Wizards Superfan Maggie. Fans, it's now time for the halftime shootout. If you purchased a basketball, now is the time to come down to the floor level and see if you can make your shot. All brought to you by Delano Barbecue. Get set. Get those basketballs out. You'll have 30 seconds to shoot your shot. Once we hit the 13-minute mark on the clock, if you rain them down from the bleachers, just don't hit anyone at the scorer's table. And go! It's time for the halftime shootout. Shoot your shot. Try to make it in any one of the 4 plastic baskets for your chance to win with the Delano
I know, man. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, they're
10
pitching.
more seconds to shoot your shot.
He gave up a two-run.
5, 4,
You
3,
coach fan or just paying
2,
attention?
1. It's the halftime
I'm
shootout.
from Illinois, not
Brought to you by
Chicago.
Delano
Toledo,
Barbecue.
Illinois.
Compliments of Lisa,
Nowhere.
owner of Hinshaw &
You
Co.
know where Otto
Agency.
is? On
If you're a small business owner in need of a marketing
60 miles
assist,
south of
contact
Ottawa,
Hinshaw
on
& Co.
23. You
And
run
if you'd like to
into it.
donate giveaways for our encore contests, message the Wichita
Okay.
Wizards on Facebook.
I just was going to give you a hard time. Are you not going? Are you going to say slapshot?
I used to do high school basketball for a radio station.
Yeah. I saw Joel over here in the shoe contest. I'm like, and last week I was at a Windsor game and Matt and 2 or 3 of the other office
Oh,
people.
the day game?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
I
were.
said, I don't think you guys are going to find any prospects on this field.
They were scouting sponsors over.
Man, it's tough to get anybody that wants to spend money anymore. You know. So what's the official name of this league?
The league the Wizards play in?
Yeah.
The MABA?
MABA.
You'd have to ask them. I don't know what that stands for.
Fans, here are your halftime scoring leaders for Oklahoma: Jerome Mason, 8, and Chris Alexander, 12.
Did those shoes now fit?
No, they're
10s.
June
I knew there
Murdoch,
was no
13,
chance.
and Darren Lee.
Yeah,
the
Sarah
scorers
took
with
a video
14
of the whole
points.
thing, and for my three-pointer, I was 3 points behind the three-point line for some reason. I don't know why. So,
Yeah.
what is it? 2-1?
Doesn't pay to have big feet, man.
Say what?
Doesn't pay to have big feet, certainly.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
They can't hit.
I know that. It's pissing me off. Thankfully, they didn't blow up for Imanaga yesterday.
Yeah. He's still undefeated.
He is, but they won. He didn't give a run again yesterday, but they won 1-0 in the bottom of the ninth because they can't score for him.
Did you see that call?
Well, he dropped the ball. I had to watch the play 67 times. Did you know he dropped the ball?
I know, but that
So
was
why are
after
they?
he tagged
I
him.
don't know. Why are they instant reviewing something if he dropped the ball? I don't even
They
understand
said he
baseball
had to
anymore.
maintain control of the ball through the process of the tag.
No shit. That's been a baseball rule since 1910. I just leaned on this. Did that break?
He dropped the ball because Bellinger comes in like this and knocks it out of his hand.
I'm gonna just move along.
Hey, I gotta say, I don't like
Hey,
reviewing.
what is the MABA stand?
I don't like reviewing any game.
There's your answer.
What?
Mid-America Basketball Association.
So how do these guys get paid?
We're all pretty much working for free right now.
Oh, okay.
Staff probably puts in a couple hundred each game.
Just some,
That's our goal is to get to that place.
eventually get some sponsors where you can. Yeah.
If you have any ideas about how I can score lessons, I will take them.
I think, well, I don't know if it's so much the pandemic as it is, people are so involved in the National Basketball Association, and the playoffs are going on right now. And even though it's been 6 weeks since the college championship, maybe people got to get that, have that period of refreshment before they continue to the game. And I'm no expert, Ask these guys that know me from the hockey stadium.
This one, I work for Wichita Wizards in the league too, and they really struggle getting customers too.
Yeah, but they've struggled ever since they've been a franchise. Yeah, but I don't think you're old enough to remember the early wings.
Oh yeah, I started going in '78.
Welcome back here after halftime as we get ready for the third quarter. Here's the numbers that I have for the Oklahoma Kings. They were led by Chris Alexander, who had 12 points. Lawson, Lum, and Tico Pryor each with 6. Garrick Smith with 4. Noah Brown with 3. And for the Wizards, they were led by June Murdoch and Darius Roy, each with 13 points. Terrence Moore with 7. Bryant Mockabee with 6. As the Wizards will open up defending to our right. That is an up and under move. Alexander can't get that to go. Long rebound picked up by Poppy Conley to begin the third quarter. Mockabee, a long three. Bryant Mockabee. And he makes it 62-45. Noah Brown at the right elbow, works near the free throw line, stops and picked up his dribble. Alexander switched, guarded by Mockabee. And now Murdoch against Mason. Mason tried to get that to Lawson, intercepted by Darren Lee. In transition, here's Darius Roy with the floater, and he scores. He's got 15 points. Noah Brown with the basketball. 11 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 64-45 Wizards. Mason with a three from the right corner, and he makes that one. Mason's got 10 points. As the Wizards back into the front court to our left. That was intercepted on the baseline. Pass was intended to Murdoch. In transition all the way down the right lane was Mason, and he rolls it off the glass and in. He's got 5 early here in this third quarter. And 12 points. Darius Roy, Murdoch, 3 from the top of the key. And June Murdoch has got 16 points to make it 67-50. Now it's Lawson. Gets away from Conley. He tries to go with a reverse. That's off the glass, no good. Quick transition play. Darius Roy from June Murdoch on the bounce pass. And Roy has got 4 points here in the quarter. And now 17 for the game. Chris Alexander drives near the far baseline. It was whacked out of his hands by Darren Lee. And we get a whistle. Ball on a bounce. Back over to the Kings. Inbounded to Alexander. Trying to drive into the lane. Dishes it off. That 10-footer is too strong. There from Garrick Smith. Back up ahead. And now Darren Lee. Two-handed slam attempt, and he knocks it down. Darren Lee's got 16. Lawson, beautiful move all the way in, up the right lane line. So he faked around 2 defenders and scored. He's got 8. 71-52. Mockabee, he'll trigger another 3. That was just short. Picked up by the Kings. Brown into the front court. He's 1-on-3. Lost the ball. Murdoch trying to go down to the floor, and we get a jump ball on the play.
Jump ball between Darius Roy and Noah Brown. Poppy Conley for the Wizards.
And that jump ball is won by the Wizards. Roy, alley-oop. Lee trying to tip that over to Roy. And we're going to get a foul on the play against Mike Lawson. That's his second personal foul. 71-52 Wizards, 8:52 to go in the third. Inbounded to Darius Roy, wanted to take the 3. Works to his right, picked his dribble up. Conley, right side, right lane line, down all the way in with a right-handed runner, and Poppy Conley, his first 2 of the game. And that makes it 73-52 Wizards. Mike Lawson, guarded by Conley, works away from a double team. Noah Brown, baseline, reverse, and it's good for Noah Brown. He's got 5. 73-54, 19-point lead. Conley almost mishandled that, got the ball over to Darius Roy. That 3 is short. Hit off the front of the rim, then the glass. Lawson Over to Mason. Left corner, three. No good. Long rebound. Roy. Up to Darren Lee. Works across the top of the key. Murdoch into the corner. Conley, a wide open three. Can't get the rebound. Tipped away by Anagma over to Darren Lee, and then Conley dribbled it on the baseline. So it's out of bounds back to the Kings. 73-54. Favor of the Wizards. 7:48 to go, third quarter. Lawson dribbling into the front court. Almost a double team. They pull it to the far side of the floor. Alexander up and under move is blocked. He thought he was fouled. Darren Lee into the front court, guarded by Noah Brown. Leaves it for Murdoch. Darius Roy, three ball, and that's true. Darius Roy now with 20. As the Kings will bring in some fresh legs here at the next stoppage. Lawson right down the lane, gets around Maccabee. That was too strong. It went about 3/4 down, and now it's Mason with a three. And Jerome Mason knocks it home to make it 76-57. Maccabee guarded by Mason. Left lane line with his left hand, too strong. Able to dive down for the rebound. Gets it out to Murdoch. Three ball from the top of the key, no good. Darren Lee with a rebound chance. And it goes over to Lawson. Mike Lawson down the floor. Left lane line. Blocked by Murdoch, and that's out of bounds.
Entering the Oklahoma lineup, Will Starr, Tico Pryor, and Levi Lum.
Levi Lum, Starr, and Pryor all come into the lineup for the Oklahoma Kings. Anagma, Terrence Moore in for the Wizards. Anagma gets a rebound off a missed shot. Pass up ahead into the front court. Murdoch almost stepped on the sideline. Gets that to Anagma. Now to Moore, and Terrence is fouled trying to catch that pass just inside the left lane line.
Foul is on the Kings, Mike Lawson, his third personal team second. Entering the Oklahoma lineup.
Chris Alexander will come back in. Mike Lawson is going to take a seat. 6:18 to go in this third quarter. 76-57 Wizards. Moore will inbounds. Murdoch wanted to drive, decided not to. Gets that into the lane for Anagma, and he rolls it off the rim and good. And Wichita will take a full timeout. Anagma with 4. It's 78-57 Wichita. 6 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the third. Welcome back here on the campus of Friends University. Wichita and Oklahoma here in a battle in the MABA. Wichita's got a 78-57 lead here at the Garvey Center. And the Kings will inbounds to our left after that timeout called by the Wizards. Same 5 on the floor for Wichita. Starr will move it into the front court. Almost traveled, got that ball over to Noah Brown. Starr with a jab step, guarded by Roy. Brown, left wing. Pryor, top of the key, just outside the three-point arc. Trying to work down the lane. Nice move all the way in with a right-handed layup, and he scores. Tico Pryor's got 8. 5:40 to go in the third. Here's Murdoch all the way down, got away from the defender and scores. June Murdoch, 5 points in the half, or in the quarter. Murdoch guarding Pryor. Pryor trying to go behind his back, and he lost possession of the ball, and it goes out of bounds. So a media timeout. And Wichita with a 80-59 lead. 5:25 to go in this third quarter. Again, we want to say thank you to all the Wizards sponsors. Empire Performing Arts Center, Jersey's Elite Cleaning, Pod Print, iCryo, Beautified Salon and Boutique, Max Lab Training. If you want to be a sponsor, call Mark Creed, the CEO and founder of the Wichita Wizards, at 918-404-3183, or visit a staff member in a blue Wizards tee. And there's still time to support the Wizards. You can get sponsorships that start as low as $2,000. The ultimate sponsorship, of course, $8,000, which will give you everything. Wizards Tier 3 sponsorship, a logo on the Wizards home uniform, only 4 spots available. You get 25 season tickets to all the home games or 100 individual tickets granting access to any home game. Out of the media timeout, ball will be inbounded to our left. To our right. As Oklahoma waiting for the referees to get this back underway.
Whether you're looking for a staycation or vacation, King's Touch Massage Therapy has you
Wizards have Roy, Terrence Moore, Stefan Anagba, Bryant Maccabee, and June Murdoch on the floor. Noah Brown with Pryor, Levi Lum, Alexander, and Will Starr. Ball is inbounded here by Terrence Moore. Right to left, actually it's Wizards ball. I think I might have said it was Oklahoma ball, and then Maccabee has the ball knocked out of his hands from behind by Tico Pryor. And he got caught. That'll be a foul. And that's Tico Pryor's second personal foul. June Murdoch has it on the inbound, so go up on the baseline away from Starr and scores. June Murdoch coming into the second half with 13 points. He's now got 20. Noah Brown gets run into there by Murdoch near the free throw line, and that will be a foul on June Murdoch. Second personal foul against Murdoch. 82-59, Wichita on top. 4:55 to go in the third. Not a lot of flow to begin this third quarter. Had a ton of fouls called early on. Inbounding here to Levi Lum, and he nails a fadeaway. Makes it 82-61. As the Wizards lead is at 11, or 21 rather. Curtis Profit in the lane, jump stop, and he drills it. Well, that was just his first bucket of the game for Curtis Profit. Alexander with a little floater on the baseline, and he hits that one, his 14th point. And now it's Darius Roy into the front court. Picks his dribble up. Gives it to Anagba, top of the key. He'll drive down the lane, and a two-hand jam for Stefan Anagba. Back into the front court for the Kings is Chris Alexander. That long rebound out of the reach of Noah Brown. Left his feet and couldn't handle that opportunity for the loose ball. Here's Terrence Moore underneath, out top. Gets it over to Maccabee, and he missed that three ball. Noah Brown has possession, almost double clutched it near the timeline. Will Starr, top of the key, almost had that one taken away by Profit. And now Pryor, one-on-one against Roy. Step back, and that one off the front of the rim, no good for Tico Pryor. Here's Curtis Profit. into the lane. Fade away from the free throw line, and he scores. 3:19 to go here in the third quarter. 88 to 63. There's a chance for Levi Lum, and he gets that one to go. He's got 10. Curtis Profit trying to drive into the lane. He's at the right elbow, and he had that one knocked out of his hands. Kind of looked at his right finger as if he might have injured it. He took a hard fall earlier in the game. And now I'm able to track down a loose ball. And now Roy will trigger a three. That's off the mark. Rebound here to Mockabee. Fade away. And Brian Mockabee hits that one. He's got 11. And the Wizards lead up to 90-65. Noah Brown with a three from the left wing. Actually, they're calling that a two-pointer. So that's just two for Noah Brown. And we get a timeout on the floor with 2:25 to go in this third quarter. 90-67. Wizards on top. We'll take a break back after this.
To make an appearance at your next big event, email Wichita Lady Wizards at gmail.com to book your appearance. Entering the Oklahoma lineup, Mike Lawson, Jerome Mason, and Garrett Smith.
2:25 to go here in the third quarter. Darren Lee back into the game. Terrence Moore with Anagma. Daniel Moose in for the first time. Curtis Profit will take the inbounds pass. The Wizards are up 90-67. 2:23 to go in the third. Profit doubled at the top of the key. Gets knocked down. Spun over. And a foul call.
Foul is on Oklahoma. Tico Pryor, his
Third personal foul to Pryor. Fourth personal of the quarter for the Oklahoma Kings. 2:17 third quarter. Darren Lee gets the inbounds pass, leaves it for Terrence Moore. And a give and go to Daniel Moose with a right-handed opportunity. That didn't go, but a foul.
Foul is on the Kings, Jerome Mason, his
second personal to Jerome Mason.
At the line for the Wizards, shooting two, Daniel Moose.
So Daniel Moose at the line. 2:10 to go in the third quarter. And that did not count.
Still shooting two, Daniel Moose.
First opportunity as he was shooting, the whistle kind of got blown. So Daniel Moose will take another chance. That one is good. So the Wizards 3 for 7 from the line so far in this game. And he's 2 for 2. 2:10 to go in the third. Mike Lawson guarded by Moore as they work back up the court. And Terrence able to create a turnover. Back the other way. Here's Moose up ahead. Lee, no look pass. 3 ball. That was way short from Daniel Moose. And it's an air ball that will result in a turnover. 1:55 to go in the third. 92-67 Wizards. Moose guarding Pryor near the timeline. And that ball is thrown out of bounds. It was intended for Noah Brown, but he threw it across the court on the other side from our vantage point. That will be back over to the Wizards. Terrence Moore with the inbound. Catches at the right wing. Free throw line extended. And that pass from Darren Lee intended for profit is out of his reach. Turnover by the Wizards. Noah Brown catches the inbounds pass between the rings now. Guarded by Moose. Works to his right. Leaves it for Lawson. One-on-one against Profit. Profit with a steal. Up for Darren Lee. He'll hammer a two-handed jam. Darren Lee. That's about his fourth dunk of the game. And now another steal here by the Wizards. Anagma trying to drive into the lane on that pass from Darren Lee. That was knocked away. And now it's Garrick Smith with a pull-up jumper. That didn't go. Rebound to Lawson. He'll hit it off the glass and good. Lawson's got 10. Wizards another steal, or a turnover rather. And that three ball from Lawson is good. It's 94-72. As the Kings will try and press here. Darren Lee into the front court, finding Moore down the lane. Little toe drag, and he gets that to an Agma, and he puts it off the glass and in, and he was fouled. Ayangma to the line for the and one. 42.1 to go in the third. 96-72 Wizards.
Foul is on the Kings. Garrick Smith, his second personal.
Foul to Garrick Smith, his second personal of the game. Anagma with the and one, and is good. Stefan Ayangma came into the half with just one field goal. He's now got 9 points. Mike Lawson with an air ball. And now it's Daniel Moose, and he stepped on the sideline. Now they're going to call a foul on Moose.
Foul on the Wizards. Daniel Moose, his first personal.
So Daniel Moose leaning into the defender. Got whistled for the foul. Into the post, they work into the free throw line. It's knocked away from Noah Brown by Terrence Moore, but it goes out of bounds. So the Kings will inbound. Lawson into the post, gets it back on the give and go. Trying to drive into the lane, and it's out of bounds off Darren Lee. 14 seconds to go in the second, let me correct myself, third quarter. Mike Lawson, Noah Brown to the left lane line. Pull-up jumper didn't go. Rebound kept alive by the Kings. Darren Lee able to drag down that opportunity, and now it's a quick pass ahead. Profit trying to get that to Moose. That ball is intercepted. And we're going to get a foul called at the buzzer on Profit.
Foul is on the Wizards. Curtis Profit Jr., his first personal, team second. At the line for the Kings.
And Chico Pryor will have some free throws to take. Misses the first. Pryor's got 8 points. Second one is no good as well. He's got one more. And this one is good. So we're at the end of three quarters. 97-73 Wizards. We'll take a break back after this. Well, here we go for the start of the fourth quarter as the Wichita Wizards have a 97-73 lead on top of the Oklahoma Kings. As the Wizards will inbound the basketball, it'll be Darren Lee to trigger it. Gets it into Darius Roy on the floor for the Wizards' brand new 5. This is Roy, top of the key with a 3, too strong. Mockabee, Conley, Murdoch are on the floor. And that is Garrick Smith going all the way down with a layup, and he was able to hit that one. And now Mockabee finds a loose ball. He can't get that one to fall. And now Murdoch intercepts a pass, looking for some help, and he got shoved on the sideline. And Alexander is whistled for a personal foul. 11:26 to go here in the fourth quarter. It'll be Poppy Conley to inbounds. Darren Lee switch, gets it to Murdoch. All the way in with a beautiful move down the lane, and he scores and is fouled. June Murdoch, a beautiful jump stop, and got hacked on the hand. So the and one will try and get this to triple digits. That's off the front of the rim, no good. There's one area the Wizards would love to clean up. It would be turnovers and shots from the charity stripe. June Murdoch commits his third personal foul. That will give the ball back over to Oklahoma to inbound. Now it's Mason, down low to Lawson, posting up on Conley. Little help defense, came free. Somehow Lawson able to keep control. He drives to the rim and scores. Wizards are having a little bit of trouble with this press, and Poppy Conley throws it across the floor near the timeline. That goes out of bounds. Ball back over to the Kings. Mason will catch the inbounds pass, working up the far sideline, into the post. Intercepted here by Poppy Conley. Conley, quick pass ahead. Here's an alley-oop attempt. Darren Lee had to catch that and stop. And now Roy, Murdoch, 3 from the corner, no good. 99-77 Wizards. And now it's Lawson trying to go coast to coast. Ball is intercepted. Poppy Conley ahead. Roy, and he lays it in on that long outlet pass. It's 101-77. And so the 7th straight game, the Wizards have hit the century mark on the scoreboard. Here's Lawson with a hook shot off the glass, no good. Darren Lee will drive up the floor, out to Mockabee from the wing. Left side 3 didn't go. Mockabee frustrated with himself. Here's Alexander. Gets away from Conley, who tried to whack it out of his hand. They hit the front of the rim, gets a rebound back. Another opportunity, that didn't go. And the putback by Lawson is in. Mike Lawson has been the offense so far in the half. Here's Darius Roy. He tries to drive all the way down the lane in transition, and he got hacked on the arm, and that hit the front of the rim. It did not go. So Mike Lawson called for another personal foul. I believe I heard them say his 5th foul. I only had him for 3, so I must have been 2 off as Darius Roy to the line. That's his first from the charity stripe. 102-79. And he makes the second one. He's got 24. As that ball hit Darren Lee right in the nose from Noah Brown as he was trying to get that to Lawson. Now Mason for 3 from the far wing. That didn't go. And the putback by Garrick Smith is up and good. Darren Lee was kind of reaching at his nose, making sure that he was okay. June Murdoch, Conley 3-ball, right wing, no good. Murdoch able to get to the loose ball. And Conley with a head fake. Nice Euro step down the lane, and Poppy Conley is able to hit that bucket to make it 105-81. 8:50 remaining in the fourth. Alexander will drive the lane, and he hits the layup, his 14th point. He makes it 105-83. Darius Roy comes in front of the score table. Crossover, step back three, too short. Hit the heel of the rim. Picked up by Lawson, trying to drive up ahead. Gets that over to Alexander, and Alexander makes the bucket, and he is fouled. And it's Darius Roy. Second personal foul for Roy.
At the line for the Kings, shooting one, Chris Alexander.
So Alexander to the free throw line. He's 1 for 3 from the stripe today. That one is no good on the and one, and Maccabee able to get to the rebound. Floats it to Murdoch. Little touch pass. Conley across. Roy trying to feed that into the post. Intercepted. Here's Garrick Smith trying to drive down the floor, and he is able to knock down the layup. Makes it 105-87. And within 20 points, here's Roy with a three. That's off the front of the rim, no good. Back the other way, Lawson again. Driving up the floor. And he turns it over at the charity stripe. Conley up ahead from Maccabee. He'll drive, and the layup, no good. Poppy Conley with a right-handed runner. Looked like he had enough spin on that, but it didn't fall. And now a three here from Lawson. Mike Lawson. And we're going to get a whistle here. The Kings have gone on a run. And it's 105-90. It was a 24-point lead at one point. And they've cut into that lead to make it a 15-point cushion.
If you eat beef in Kansas, there's no doubt you've tasted the tender and juicy beef from Cargill Protein. Cargill has
Mike Lawson with 20 points in this game. As we get a timeout called by the Kings.
Thank Cargill for being one of the newest team sponsors.
Want to say thank you to Farha Roofing. Also, thank you to Cargill, a brand new partner of Wizards basketball. The Wizards been getting all kinds of opportunities from in close. They're just not hitting their layups, and they've struggled from behind the arc, missing their last 4 shots from behind the three-point line.
Entering the Wichita lineup, Terrence Moore.
Terrence Moore back into the lineup. So it'll be Darren Lee, Murdoch, Roy, Maccabee, and Moore. And for Oklahoma, Mason, Alexander, Brown, Smith, and Lawson. 105-90, 7:34 to go in the fourth. June Murdoch will dribble into the front court. Tries to go down into the lane. Pull up, didn't go. Off the front rim. Noah Brown back the other way. Alexander almost traveled. Fakes the three-pointer. Still with the basketball with a right-handed dribble. Works across to the top of the key. Lawson with a three. That one no good. June Murdoch able to get to a loose ball. Darius Roy for Darren Lee. He's on the near side. Works back in between the rings. Back over to the far side for June Murdoch. And that pass is picked off. 2-on-3 the other way. Here's Brown. Alexander threw a shoulder and a foul called on Murdoch.
Foul is on the Wizards. June Murdoch, his fourth personal, team's third.
And that's Murdoch's fourth personal foul.
Line for Oklahoma, shooting two, Chris Alexander.
So Alexander to the line. Trying to make this a 13-point game. Alexander. It's the first one. Makes it 105-91. Second one didn't go. Darren Lee had the rebound. It was knocked out of his hands. Another rebound picked up. Alexander in the air. That didn't go. It's still free. Another chance there from Garrick Smith. That didn't go. Ball comes free out to Terrence Moore. Tries to slow things down. Now it's knocked out of his hands from behind. Moore gets it back. Gets it over to Terrence. Now Lee for Mockabee with a three. And that's not strong enough. Roy gets to a loose ball. And finally, Darius Roy stops the bleeding. He's got 26. Back into the front court for Lawson. And Maccabee's going to pick up a foul. That's Bryant's first personal foul. It's 107-91 with 5:59 to go in the fourth. Both teams getting some new bodies on the floor. And we have a media timeout. We'll step aside with them. Under 6 to go in the fourth. 107-91 Wizards. So we come out of the media timeout with under 6 to go in the fourth quarter. The Wichita Wizards have a 107-91 lead.
The Wichita Wizards are dedicated to
As Lawson will be at the free throw line.
planting flowers by Century 2 or visiting the local school to shoot some hoops. The Wizards are dedicated to service. You can book the Wizards for your nonprofit event. Just email wichitawizards@gmail.com. As play resumes at the line, shooting 2, Mike Lawson.
Lawson will trigger the free throw, and he makes the first. That's his first attempt from the line. Makes it a 107-92. Second one is good. It's 107-93. Little trap. Moore able to drive into the lane, and he scores! Terrence Moore stepped through a double team, went all the way down the into the lane, and is able to put home the layup, and he was fouled to make it 109-93. So Terrence Moore, his second is good. Or the and one, rather. His first attempt from the line as the Kings have the basketball. Lawson at the top of the key. Stolen here by Terrence Moore. Looking behind him, it goes all the way up, and he is able to hit the layup. He's got the last two baskets to make it 112-93. And it's back to a 19-point lead. Possession here to Noah Brown. Calling for a pick. Works away from the defender. Blocked by Darren Lee. Behind the back pass up to Murdoch, down all the way in with a right-handed layup, and June Murdoch hits and scores after that terrific play by Darren Lee. And it's now a 21-point lead. Oklahoma back into the front court. Here's Starr with a three ball way short. Lost it underneath, and he puts home and is able to score. Lawson's got 24. And it's going to bring the and one to make it 114-95. And that one is good from Mike Lawson. 114-96. Oklahoma with a 1-2-2 press. Darius Roy into the front court for Darren Lee. Terrence Moore into the corner. Murdoch, that three is too hard. Off the side of the rim. Lawson down the floor. All the way off the glass. No good with a layup. And now it's DJ Jones back the other way in a 1-on-2. And he is going to be called for a travel. Not sure exactly what he was trying to do. It looked like a ball fake and maybe faking that pass over to Darren Lee. And he got whistled, so the turnover will give it back over to the Kings. 114-96. Levi Lum, three from the left corner, and he hits that one. Makes it 114-99. Darren Lee. Bounce pass to the right elbow. Murdoch can't get that one to fall. Brown with a rebound. Turnover at the timeline. Turns into a 3-on-1. Here's Roy. Catches the alley-oop, and that's going to toilet bowl around the rim and go in. And Darius Royce now got 28. 3:35 to go in the fourth. Levi Lum with another three ball, and he looked like he was fouled there by Darren Lee. And the putback by Lawson is good. And now Darius Roy will send one in from three. And that one is perfectly right through and makes it a 119-101 Wizards advantage. Another turnover by the Kings on the long outlet pass down the floor. And so we'll get some changes out on the floor for Wichita with 3 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the fourth. Curtis Profit Jr. into the front court. Guarded there by Alexander. Valentine with a fadeaway, and he was trying to draw a foul. Missed that off the front rim and then the glass. Alexander has it for Oklahoma. That looked like a travel, and he's able to hit the teardrop and scores. It's 119-103. Profit again into the front court. And a travel on Curtis Profit. Daniel Moose will come in. So it'll be Profit, Moose, Jones, Valentine, and Anangma. Chris Alexander trying to drive in on Curtis Profit, and Profit fouls him on the floor. That'll be Profit's second foul. That'll pull it. Well, I thought they were shooting two. That was a foul that put him into the bonus. So it'll be Alexander to the free throw line. 119-103. Chris Alexander struggled from the line so far in this game. Missed that one. He's now 2 for 6 from the line. His second one. And that is good. So Alexander makes it 119-104. 15-point lead again. Been a couple of times where the Wizards have had a 20-plus lead. The Kings trying to claw back into the basketball game, but the Wizards have found ways to thwart their opportunities off.
Strickland Road Surface. The Wizards roadside surface.
119-104, Wichita with the lead. Leading the way here for the Wizards is Darius Roy. He's got 31 here in the game. So the Wizards will come out with that same five of Jones, Prophet, Valentin, Anangma, and Daniel Moose. Looks like the Wizards are going to try and press on the inbounds. They get that over here on the near sideline, and Curtis Prophet is fouled. Noah Brown is first personal. 15 foul. That will put Curtis Prophet Jr. at the charity stripe, his first of the game. Prophet coming into the weekend was shooting 83.3% from the free throw line. And the first one up and good. Makes it 120-104. Couple of dribbles for Curtis Prophet. And he makes both. He's got 6. 2:28 to go in the game. 121-104. Wizards on top. Mike Lawson up the floor, guarded by Valentin. He almost lost the ball, and then he misdribbled it. Here's a steal. Anagma up ahead, got the pass, and he's able to roll that in and scores. Great defense by Valentin. Was able to strip that. And he was able to work that into the front court. And now a turnover here by the Kings. Good help defense there by Anagma, and he forces the turnover. 123-104. Moose will inbounds, gets it to DJ Jones. Jones guarded by Brown. Into the front court. Crossover. Fakes the pass, gets it to Valentin. Emilio Valentin to the free throw line. Picked his dribble up. Now he tries to reset with 1:36 to go in the game. Curtis Prophet somehow kept his dribble, and then he lost the ball on the far sideline. Lost it with a steal. It's a 3-on-1 for the Kings. And that's Garrick Smith all the way in with a right-handed layup. And Garrick Smith has got 12 points. Daniel Moose on the far sideline. He was called for traveling with 1:19 to go. 123-106 Wizards on top. Mike Lawson into the front court. Trying to get that over to Smith, intercepted by Moose. And Lawson is going to pick up a ticky-tack foul right there. And he is fouled out of the game. So Lawson will head to the bench with 1:06 to go in the contest. So Daniel Moose will head to the free throw line. Moose is 2 for 2 from the charity stripe tonight. 123-106 Wizards. They've led the whole way, except for, let me correct myself, they were trailing 8-7 early in the contest and then haven't trailed since as he made the first one. Daniel Moose, good on the second. He's 4 for 4 from the line. Jerome Mason with the basketball. Steps away from a double team, guarded here by Valentin. Under a minute to go in regulation. Tico Pryor pops the three, in and out. Valentin with a rebound. Stolen here by Smith. Ball back over to Alexander. That long fadeaway three didn't go. DJ Jones finds a loose ball. Up ahead, and Agma with a two-hand jam. And he drops that one to make it 127-106. Tico Pryor trying to get into the lane. He was knocked down. Got the ball back over to Noah Brown. Now to Pryor on the baseline, near side, in and out. 24 to go. Rebound to Anagma. Up ahead to Daniel Moose. Drives baseline, and an easy layup for Daniel Moose. His first two-pointer of the contest makes it 129-106. There's a shot for the far corner. And Noah Brown hits the two-pointer. He's got 9 points. 6 seconds to go. DJ Jones drives up the floor, tries to tomahawk it. It went off the back rim. Valentine hits the bucket at the horn. And that will do it here for this one. Let the Wichita Wizards win the contest 131-108. Our final score. Thank you so much for tuning in here this afternoon. We'll take a quick break and try and total up the individual numbers. We'll be back after this. All right, here's the final numbers here for the Wichita Wizards. Terrence Moore finished with 12 points. Poppy Conley and Amelia Valentine each with 4. Bryant Mockabee with 6. Actually, correct myself, that's Curtis Profit with 6. Mockabee with 11. June Murdoch with 24. Stefan Anyangma with 13. Darren Lee with 18. Danny Moose with 6. DJ Jones with 2, and Darius Roy with 31 points here in the game. Mike Lawson led the way for the Oklahoma Kings. He finished with 27. Levi Lum had 13. Jerome Mason had 15. Chris Alexander with 22 points. Tico Pryor had 9. With 12 points, Garrick Smith. And Noah Brown had 9 points. And that's how this one ends. Again, the final score, 131-108. The Wizards knock off the Oklahoma Kings. Thanks so much for listening here on the KCAC Network. We'll talk to you next time. Until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend.